You just crossed over into the female zone.
I need somebody to explain this to me. Why I had a second date with a guy and I really like him. We've hit it off. Okay. He picks me up and he's got this fancy Aston Martin car. It's spotless. We go out, he pays for everything. We go back to his house, not to relax, calm down. And he lives in a goddamn frat house. The house itself is great. The inside is hoarder adjacent. And I couldn't get out of there fast enough. And now I like somebody who is a pig. And I don't, why would you drive a nice ass car, spotless? And he even said he cleaned up for me in case I came over. I don't understand.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
You don't understand. Honey, this gorilla can understand very clearly what you don't understand. You see, it's not rocket science. It's real simple. You believe that you are a 10 and you are looking for a man who is also a 10 because you think that you deserve a top 10. So the fact that he has an Aston Martin and a really fancy car and he's attractive already puts him well above average. And you're thinking, oh, well, you know, this is my level. And when you get to his place and you said he has a nice house, he's just the inside is dirty. That's where the disappointment comes in. That's when you're like, oh, man, he was almost perfect. Okay, what you don't understand is that you are trying to strive for a guy you really don't qualify for. I mean, don't get me wrong. This girl is going to give you some points. You were able to get a date with a guy who was at a much higher level than you are. But just because you got a date with him and you're saying, no, we're going over, but we're not going to have sex. Sure, you weren't. Either that was not true or you were looking for a reason and not to do it with him. But let's be real here. If he has his house that way and he keeps going on dates, it's probably because the women that he's used to, or let me put it a different way, he's not looking for the one. You think he's looking for the one. No, he's just looking for his next conquest. He's looking for the next woman to take a spot on his roster. You think that he was trying to court you. Oh, he said he cleaned up. Obviously, he didn't clean up enough. Maybe he picked up like a bag or two. He's not trying to clean up to impress you to try to put a ring on it. He's just doing the bare minimum he can to take you to Pound Town. I mean, he already gave you a tour of his car. And a player like that was already thinking, well, I might as well just give you a tour of the bedroom as well. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on.
Going back to my kids, though. My kids are now, 29 and 31, and they didn't know when they were kids. Me and my husband, number two, we kept it a secret. They kind of knew that I was working, but I didn't leave for work till like 6 o'clock at night, and then I got home at 3:30 in the morning while they were sleeping, and then I would get up with them and make breakfast, and everything would be normal. It was just normal. I just never talked about it. I never brought it home. I always came home. There's not one time I didn't come home. Well, I got stopped. The police stopped me a few times. They stopped in the middle of the night and I was a little late getting home. But I never left with anybody and I didn't do that. But anyway, the thing is that I finally had a conversation with my daughters about it. I assumed that somebody had told them along the lines because, nobody can keep a secret. Everybody likes to dog me. But I did talk to my daughters about it. And, of course, they were beautiful and understanding. And they actually, because I'm already wild and crazy and I have brain damage, they absolutely didn't even blink an eye, to be honest. I was a little surprised. They're like, okay, Mom, that's good. All right. Okay. I should have told him a lot sooner. This has just been eating me up for years.
Him, her, bodies.
Oh, dang it, Granny, hold up a second. So your daughters who are in their late 20s, early 30s, you just told them that you were a stripper when you were younger, and they're like, all right, that tracks. Do you think that actually reflects well on you? That just tells everybody in the internet who saw that you were not the ideal parent. I mean, questionable kind of dating habits you had there. You said husband number two was okay with you being a stripper, and it was just work. Okay, sweetie, don't try to sugarcoat it. Being a stripper is not just work. A little bit of background on this gorilla. Back when I was in college, there was a female classmate who was also a stripper, and she didn't keep that secret. We all got an earful as to how dark, complicated, and how no one ends up clean in that kind of work. You saying that nothing bad ever happened? I call cap on that. Heard plenty of stories of how in the dressing room there was always a pharmacist giving out his own personal prescriptions to all of you that you needed to cope to stay in the job. The stories of half the women there were with abusive boyfriends. A lot of them had criminal records. The other half had abusive girlfriends. They all were doing it because they were short on money, so when a client said, hey, I'm going to pay you so much for you to come home with me, 9 times out of 10, they would say yes. In that one semester, I heard an earful to know what this queen is not being 100% honest. But I wouldn't be surprised if husband number 2 also had a criminal record. That would explain why he was good with it. Moving on.
Okay, you guys are ruthless. I posted a video asking if my fit was giving pickleball, and you guys are saying that the shorts don't fit me. But here's the thing, I wasn't asking that. I was asking, did my fit give pickleball? Did it give pickleball? It was my first time ever playing pickleball, so I didn't have the flowy skirt or anything like that. But you know what? I liked the fit. He said I looked very cute, and he even, he liked the booty in these, okay? Good game a couple times, you know what I mean? I had fun playing pickleball. I really was just asking if the fit was giving pickleball. A lot of people like to comment on people's bodies on the internet when we really didn't ask. I was kind of just asking if the fit was giving pickleball. This is like a gym fit for me. A lot of people are like, oh my god, the shorts are so ugly. They're not doing anything for you. They're like sporty gym shorts. Like people wear these all the time. And some people are like, I would never wear that to a date. I would not wear that on a date. This is the 3rd time we're hanging out, and it was a casual like, hey, do you want to go play pickleball? I was like, yeah. It's 85 degrees today. I wasn't gonna wear leggings, so I wore gym shorts. I think I look cute, honestly, and no hate to this person, but I know the shorts fit me. I think they're cute. And if you also have my build, wear whatever you want. People are gonna hate no matter what. You know what? He liked the fit. I had fun playing pickleball. I think I'm gonna be a pickleball girly now. But yeah, okay, bye.
All right, sweetie, you want people to say on the internet that little outfit you have on gives pickleball vibes? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Most men are going to look at that and they say, look, it gives spare tire vibes. I don't know exactly what is going to give off pickleball vibes. I mean, is there an official uniform to go with that? But that is beside the point. It just amazes this gorilla how women, who are the very first ones to pick apart a man's look, anything about him that they don't like, they will not hesitate to use that to discard the guy. They say, no, not him. These same women hate it when somebody criticizes them, especially when they're the ones who are putting these videos and their bodies and everything out on social media. Sweetheart, you put it out there, people are going to talk. It's a jungle, honey. You can't decide who can and cannot screech out there. Listen, sweetie, let me just tell you something. If women can openly go on these videos and say, oh, that guy's just too short, or that guy's too fat, that guy's too bald, that guy's just ugly, or that guy just simply doesn't know how to dress himself. If you have a green light to do that, guess what? That same green light applies the other way. Men are going to talk about you. Men are going to look at you and say, you look like a half-eaten jelly donut. You cannot stop the criticism from coming. You ask for an opinion, you're going to get both positive and negative ones. But look at the bright side. Maybe the guy that you're dating is also a cop. That's why he likes the jelly donut look. Moving on.
I just had court with my son's father. And the court was offering $45 a week for child support, and I pushed back on it, so we had to get in front of a judge. And so when we got in front of the judge, I saw my son's father for the first time in 9 years. At first I was like, he needs to be held accountable, because it's been 9 years of you just not being around. After our first phone call, and they told me it would be $45, I said, this is not worth it to me. $45 doesn't even give me a quarter tank of gas. It doesn't pay for sneakers. It does not pay for boxing a month. It just doesn't pay for anything. So I sat in it. I came home, I got out of work, and I sat in it before we had to get back on the judge, and I was feeling some type of way. And we get on this Zoom, and before I get on this Zoom, I'm like sitting in silence. And I was like, I'm not going to ask this man for $1. I said, Lord, like, fill me with the Holy Spirit, Lord. Like, just tell me what to do. So we get on, and I'm sorry. I'm just, like, so... He hasn't seen his kid in 9 years. Well, the second there's a court hearing for child support, I'm seeing him. And it's just, like, I don't know. So we're on the Zoom and he speaks in the, you know, like when you're on Zoom, whoever's speaking, it goes in, and I felt sorry for him. I felt like he needed Jesus. So I said, I don't want anything, Judge. And I could tell she was irritated because I like wasted the court's time. And then I said, can I say one last thing after she was dismissing the case? And I said, I hope you find Jesus, Victor. I really do. And I'm not saying that in like a mean way. Like, I hope you come to know him and love him and redeem yourself. Please, Lord. Please, Lord. And the judge puts her hands up and goes, not right now. If you want to have a personal conversation, do that on your own time. We're not going to do it. His dad wasn't around. He's not around for Marcellus. It's just a generational curse. And it stops now. Because Marcellus is not going to be that. Pray for his salvation. I do, Lord. I do, Lord. I do, Lord. I do, Lord. And I pray for my son's heart. I pray for both of them.
All right, if we're going to take this all at face value and say that everything she said is 100% accurate, all right, taking that at face value, I'm going to say, first of all, you know what? I am going to give you credit here. You're a single mom. You probably make enough money that you don't need the guy's money. So even though you're the one who actually took him to court, having the case dismissed right there, you know what? This gorilla is going to give you some props. Now, having said that, I have to say one thing. See, you're trying to say that this guy needs to find Jesus, find this, find that. Okay, sweetie, slow down. Allow this gorilla to give you a different point of view here. Because I think that a lot of you women who select a man to have a child with don't consider all the options or don't consider the other side. Let me put it this way. You're saying that he hasn't seen his child in 9 years because he actively doesn't want to see his child. Did you stop to think for a moment? Could it be possible that you have a lot to do with this? Because who is to say that the man never wanted to be a father to begin with? You forced him into fatherhood. You forced him to have a child. That choice was 100% yours, not his. Now, you can come back and say, well, he chose to sleep with me, so he forfeited his choice right there. No. In this country, in the U.S., men have 0 reproductive rights. You had 100% of the choice in it. And then you saying right now, I need you to find Jesus because it's a generational thing, because your father wasn't around and you're not around for your child. Maybe his father didn't want to have a kid either. And maybe he didn't want to have a kid either. You forced all of this on him. Now, it's good at the end there that you actually realized it. You didn't want to force him on child support. I'm applauding you there. But then you're saying that you want him to be in the kid's life and this and that and needs to find Jesus with that. Listen, I believe that, yes, a father should be part of a kid's life, but I also believe that if we're going to be equal, if it's going to be 50-50, if women are going to have true equality, the man should be given the choice whether he becomes a father or not. He doesn't get that choice. You make that choice for him. And you forcing him to be a father, how exactly do you expect him to find any kind of spiritual enlightenment when you took the choice out of his hands?
You're goddamn right.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.